What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Nerd Juice Book Reviews. I'm your host, Jason Michael Primrose, and I'm so excited to bring you this week's book review. This week, I'm reviewing one of my favorite stories that I've seen come out of the Marvel Universe. I've been a huge fan of X-Men for a long time. And so Onslaught, Age of Apocalypse, House of M, like all those arcs are like my jam. But let me tell you something. House of X, Power of X blew me out the water. I'm talking like next level storytelling. So let's get into it. Okay, House of X, Power of X. This is the graphic novel version. I couldn't wait to be hopping through all the different stories and wait until the whole thing came out. The whole book is an experience. I love the way that they did the panels was so unique. The story was captivating. The visuals were beautiful. And let me tell you something they did that was really cool and different. They injected context into the story. So they gave you maps and like information about the different organizations and just these little pieces, these spaces between the storylines that helped me understand like what was going on and who everybody was. It's an interesting way of like dropping in exposition inside of a story without it being boring. Because they talk about like these big paragraph dumps. Every time I got to a page like that, I was so excited that I like got into it. So House of X, Power of X is a dope book. It talks about the plight of mutant kind, how no matter what, they're always going to be fighting to survive, which sounds like something very familiar. So I definitely resonated with it on that front. And the ways that, no matter what we do, how we shift our strategies, how we change, how we move, what the inevitable outcome will be. So I love that theme in this story. I love the way some of our major heroes came back on the page. We saw Magneto in a completely different space. We saw Professor X a completely different way. It was a little onslaughty, right? Like it was a little onslaughty, but we saw Professor X a different way. But it was cool to see all the mutants, collaborating. It was cool to have like the time jumps and things like that. We got to see a whole new side of some of our favorite characters. And yeah, the book was just freaking dope. I mean, like these were the covers, So I, for one, am a huge fan. I'm about to pick up X of Swords, which comes out in February. Actually, I think it comes out this month. And I'm super excited to check that out too. So if you haven't read this yet, go pick up House of X, Power of X, one of the X-Men arcs. It is such a dope story. It's just like, ugh. And then they have the quotes from within the text. For you to die, you would have to be forgotten. For you to die, you would have to be forgotten. And no one forgets a founder of a nation. Ooh, chills. And the titles, like It Will Be Done. I don't know. I'm geeking. They just went on some whole new shit. I mean, Professor X, no more. That's it. Professor X, no more. That's it. So yeah, definitely pick this up. House of X, Power of X. It's not too expensive, and it introduces a whole level of mutant-dom to the Marvel Universe, and they're not playing with nobody anymore. Let me just tell you, they're not playing with nobody anymore. So pick this one up and tune in every week on Tuesday for Nerd Juice Book Reviews. I'll be here.